Merhabat, and welcome back to the Ottoman campaign in Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. So, the army is marching all over down in Africa, taking stuff from Britain. That is good. But the French army is doing the same here over in Asia. This will probably be fine because I'm going to invade Singapore. They will take Burma from me. There's no way around that. Because I cannot invade Laos. That's a landlocked region. Also here in Europe, they're gonna take, is it northern Spain they're attacking? Yeah. So they're gonna take that from me. Sooner or later. I could take that back though. I don't think I have time to counter-invade southern Spain before that happens. Similar here, northwest Italy will also be lost. 7 million army strength. Yeah, no, I don't have the numbers to take on that. And I don't think I have the tonnage to invade southern France. I'm not sure exactly, let's see. Southern France, yeah. 500,000. 500,000 tons. That's, well, not my entire navy, but most of it. Let's see, we are a bit over capacity. By almost 40,000. So, yeah, there's a lot of ships being repaired. Many of them are like stuff like that, barely any damage. But that's enough to... there we go. Two more battlecruisers suspended. Well, that'll just have to be. These will be refit in 2 months. That's gonna free up some tonnage. They're quite big. So, then onwards to there we go. From minus 90 million to minus 3 million or 4 million. That's a big difference. Let's march on to March of 1931. When those battlecruisers are refit and ready. There we go. That's a fight. Oh, yeah, when they're ready, I'm gonna send them and a small task force up to Japan to deal with the Scandinavian Navy. They only have a single task force, and it's up there. That's a huge task force, though, that the French have sent my way. Are they all Waldeck Rousseau class? 11.6 inch guns. That's impressive. I got 2 of these Ivaliques. I know they're good. I got 4 of these DD-22s, which are also quite good. But yeah, they've got not the not their best destroyer class, not the 35 knot one. Now these light cruisers are also not that impressive. I think, yeah, no. The 1920 refit has a top speed of 18 knots. But there's only one of those refits. The other ones are original. And have a also not very impressive top speed of 24 knots. So I don't have the firepower to take them all on. or to sink them. But I've got the speed to run away. I could have just clicked withdraw. I think that would have been successful, but if I can actually just play it out and withdraw while tossing torpedoes their way, I think I might be able to sink some. So, curious to see what kind of ships these heavy cruisers are. Are they like actual modern-ish heavy cruisers or older armored cruisers? The speed kind of suggests the latter. But the AI is the AI. And they might as well decide to like do a modern cruiser and just make it really slow. We're gonna find out. And we're spawning their light cruisers first. Where are the heavies? Oh, probably far behind. Yeah. There's one. Rochambeau. Yeah, it's like an armored cruiser kind of thing. But it's a very armored cruiser. That's the refit. The 18-knot one. I mean, this is a kind of cool looking hull. The French have a lot of decent looking hulls. Or at least I think that. I know they're not everyone's cup of wine. I mean, we are in torpedo range. No, we're not. No, we are not. The DD-22s do not have oxygen torpedoes. I thought they did. Uh, 13.6 is not too bad. We can make that work. I just prefer they were faster and had less visibility. Which is also perks of the oxygen fuel. I guess the DD-22s are up for a refit. Now. Is this the best torpedo launch solution we've ever seen? No, it's not. It's not a very good... There we go. There's the heavy cruisers. I should have waited and aimed for those instead. I might still get them though. with some of these. I think if I kind of keep my destroyers on course, the enemy will stay on course as well. And my chance of getting any torpedo hits will increase. Here's one of the non-refitted ones. That's still decent armor. 3 on the second inner belt. That is equal to 12. That's not bad for a cruiser. And you know, decent guns. The refit is from 1920, so the base design has to be older. There we go. Scoring torpedo hits. Up to 5 so far. Yeah, I might get some on the heavies. 7. And my destroyers can go and do that again. 1 torpedo hit on Implacable. I mean, so far so good, but in terms of like actual hit point damage, it's not too much. All the components and the flooding and whatnot will be fixed next time this task force sees battle. It's just the hit points, the structural damage that'll actually remain until the next battle. So I can outgun their light cruisers pretty easily with these. Probably their heavies too in a 1v1. Just because they only got 6 guns and they're Mark 3s. And they probably don't have the best tower spotting and stability and whatnot. Yeah, -6 for hull stability and tower. While I've got +21. But I don't think I can outgun 5 of them. I'm just gonna keep shooting at their destroyers, hopefully sinking some, while waiting for mine to rearm. We can go have another go at their big blob formation. A few volleys of torpedoes. There we go. Is that one dead destroyer? It might be. Mogador has launched torpedoes, but I'm not sure at what. There are some of those torps. Fine. Time is it? It's daytime. It's gonna be evening soon. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Can I avoid this? I should have sped up instead. Dud torpedo. It did hit, but the angle was too steep. It didn't do anything. It glanced off. No, target the one that's already damaged. Just needs a little bit more flooding. And it's done. And as a bonus, we can hit the one in front of it a bunch. But there we go. Balya took a hit from one of those 11-inch guns on the enemy armored cruisers. I don't have much of a secondary battery on these, sadly. I can take one each. Ah, there we go. More lucky hits. But I want to be actually sinking some of their ships. Or at least doing like big damage in terms of structure. To make them go into port for repairs. Or at least make them easier to sink. When I fight them next time. Yeah, there we go. That's one. About to sink. Yeah, it's gonna go down. One down. Alright. Are you too good? I think so. I think you can manage. So then we're on to microing the destroyers again. The one in the back, actually. Can we get close enough to... probably not. Like, launch at the ones back here. Maybe. Maybe we can. In fact, you two, you're gonna detach. You're gonna do something possibly risky. Possibly quite risky. And I want to launch now, before before your torpedoes are destroyed. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ah, you switched targets on me. You... Fuck you. That's not your target for your torpedoes. So, that's one wasted launch. Because the actual cruiser I wanted you to target went invisible for a split second. You wasted your launch. Wasted. You're probably gonna kill one light cruiser, or at least damage it. So, it's not completely wasted, but it would be better if it was aimed towards the denser formation. That would have been so nice if we could actually get a volley of torps into here. Well, this one is at least having flash fire struggles. We're gonna do another destroyer on the thumbnail thing. Maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna let them use their guns. Because they've actually got decent guns. There you go, scoring some torpedo hits. Possibly sinking something. We're up to 24 torpedo hits. That's not bad. Yeah, we did score torp hits on one of those cruisers. See if we can actually gun down this armored cruiser. Our guns may be weaker, but we make up for it in volume. How is AP gonna work? Oh, volume and accuracy, actually. You're getting very good chances to hit. It's a pretty big cruiser. Maybe it wasn't too... it was decently effective. So far, I think we've done pretty well in this battle. I would have liked to see us sink some more of their ships, not just damage them. But that's not really going to reduce their task force by much. Some of these will have to get teleported home for repair. That is, they're gonna get teleported to one of the closest ports. That will probably be one of the ports that I'm gonna end up getting. Either in Singapore or Malaya that I'm invading, which means they're gonna get teleported again to just some random French port somewhere on the planet. Just like what happened to my task force a couple episodes ago. It's a pretty dumb mechanic. But if it works out in my favor, then no. Rochambeau. Actually taking a lot of flooding from all those hits. There we go, scoring some decent hits on Chasseloup Lubat as well. Ooh, wow, okay. That was some main belt pens right there. If you don't sink, you're definitely gonna get teleported. We got ammo left. You can keep this up. I do like the way these ended up looking. One light cruiser down. And this one is also very close to sinking. Let's target something far away. Let's get some accidental hits going here. From Balya. Balya. Well, Bigadic is completely unharmed. Not even a scratch. That one will sink as well. Good. Balya took some hits, but they're not that bad. Let's keep accidentally hitting things here. While Bigadic has a pretty good direct target. There we go. That's one sunk light cruiser in one volley. How's that for Alpha Strike? You're gonna do that again? Looks like. We're gonna get some accidental hits here? I think so. No. Never mind. I guess we need to sink this one first, because it's closest. Keep an eye on those torpedoes. And there we go. She's gone. Ooh, here we go. 2 armored cruisers. Both with a lot of flooding already. So we don't need much to finish them off. Gideon, what has hurt you? You've taken 5 torpedo hits. That'll do it. And Bigadic takes her first scratch of the battle. It's not too serious. Balya, you are detaching. Okay, you can't really turn because your rudder is out, but you've taken too much flooding. We're getting out of here. You've taken a torpedo hit. Yeah, that was the dud. It didn't do any damage. But you might take a bunch more torpedo hits now because those destroyers are closing in. Maybe I should have ended this when I had the chance. This might be the loss of the Balya. Balya. Or whatever. A little bit of flooding. Balya might get away. You can probably slow down to at least a little bit of cruising speed. Get some more accuracy out of your remaining ammunition. Got a lot of ammo left though. No, I'm trying to target the destroyer behind there. Oh, come on. Let me get some accidental hits here. There we go. That's how you do it. That was perfect. That's one light cruiser accidentally sunk. Now Rochambeau is pretty close to sinking. As is Gudjon. Those are the next two I want to target. And also I have the chance of hitting a bunch of stuff here as well. It's not necessarily the boat I'm aiming at, but... There we go. And... a flash fire, my favorite. And we can just about see it popping off in the distance here. And Balya is getting away. Rochambeau sinks. Gudjon. Next one. Or UAD, I guess. There we go. Yeah, I guess I can take them on. So Bigadic is turning into quite the heroic ship here. And Turville will also sink. There we go. Duquesne, I guess. Yeah, we're actually embarrassing them quite bad. Balya had to retreat because of the flooding, but the structural damage is not bad at all. That's, I guess, 1 month of repair. And not bad enough to see her teleport to port. So she can still take part in the naval invasion. Sink Quartet as well. If we can. I think we can. I think we are. Yes. Now Henri is almost undamaged. How do we fare against a heavy cruiser that has not been softened up by torpedoes? Maybe we'll have to find out later. Must there be a storm? Imprenable has a lot of flooding on board already. At this range, inflicting any more flooding with my 9-inch guns probably not gonna happen unless I hit the 4.5 belts, but maybe. Nine-inch on the 11-inch turrets. I'd have to get much closer. Pen those. Let's just go for the destroyers. Are we firing AP? Oh. I had it locked. I was wondering, why am I firing AP at the destroyer? Because I had it locked to AP. There we go. That's better. Although in my defense, AP proved very effective against their cruisers. Bugo. .66 rounds of AP left. Yeah, accuracy and visibility not really the best in this weather. So let's just speed up and get away. We've put in a good bit of work here. I sink this destroyer before we go. Fanio. It's gonna get teleported to somewhere, at least. There we go. That's a good win. We sank 11 enemy ships for no losses. 60 crew loss, which is very minimal. Even sank 2 other heavies. And how many lights? That's a lot. That's a lot more than I thought. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . 9. Plus some damaged that'll have to be repaired. No sunk destroyers, but one, I guess 3 of them will have to be teleported somewhere to get repaired. So they're gonna be out of the fight. And that leaves this task force much more manageable for whomever fights it next. But there's a lot of stuff happening this month. 2 destroyers. Really? No huge enemy task force, I guess. The Chevalier Pole, 1930. These used to go 35 knots before the refit. So another good ship ruined by AR refits. Yeah, let's just go and sink them. So I think 2 light cruisers and a battle cruiser should be sufficient. Well, the battle cruiser is actually quite a bit faster than the light cruisers. Wait a minute. They're not the same class, are they? No, Veve is a different one. She's got 7.5-inch guns though. Edek has only 6.1s, but more of them. And as I said, she's faster. And doesn't have that huge tower that Veve has. Although the look has kind of grown on me, despite how like top heavy it looks. There's something almost modern about it, like a Ticonderoga or something. Girtep has already opened up fire. Not hitting anything though, not yet. 6.8. There we go, that's gonna be hit. Oh yeah, excellent. I guess that's just how much lead they have to apply when the torpedoes are dead slow, like that. That kind of got Girtep a little bit worried. Although, if she just kept going straight, she just outran the torpedoes. Okay, the torpedoes are faster, but, you know, still a good head start. It's gonna get away. And they're gonna run out of steam. There we go, getting some hits. Let's see, what has hit you? 12-inch gun. There we go. Huge 12-inch hit. It's probably gonna be the end of Waban. And not the hit itself, but crippling it, making it easier to hit again. One down. And these are expensive boats as well. 121 million. That's more than my light cruisers. Significantly more. Beve has the oxygen torps. Faster, harder to spot, more range. And there we go. 12-inch shell seals the deal. Now, this one will have to be in the next episode. See, this is the task force I wanted my battleship task force to fight. Okay, we got, oh yeah, those are the ones with the weird, like, forward-facing gun arrangement. Elena. Verite. 12 14s. Dreadfully slow. At just shy of 20 knots. Armor quality, not that good. Could this be like an old one? Like some old leftover with probably Mark II or maybe even Mark I guns? Like, it's not impossible. The cost and the speed and whatnot kind of tells me that it's not exactly modern. Arrogant class heavy cruiser. 22 knots. 22.6. Could also be like an old armored cruiser. Well, the Crossows, those are the ones we just fought. This one is something else. Less than 10,000 tons, so it's probably an old armored cruiser. Bulldog. Yeah, maybe maybe my battle cruisers can manage this. Yeah, they've got a torpedo boat here as well. That tells me that this is a an old task force. We got the Yavuz. They haven't had a refit in a good long while. But they can still steam along at 28 knots, and they got 15-inch guns. Which, did I give them Mark IIIs at one point? I don't remember. I don't remember if I did. The Emissaries, have they seen combat before? I'm not sure. So that's going to be exciting. The Z-Class, also untested. The Heavy Cruiser class, I just kind of forgot about. because the IVA leaks are just a little bit newer, and they've been stealing the show. So let's see how these fare. The DD-10s and the TB-94s we all know and love. So they're gonna have some fun with those torpedoes, and these definitely have been given the oxygen fuel torpedoes as refits. So we're gonna be launching at 17-ish kilometers. If I give them another refit now, I can give them like 20-kilometer torps. But yeah, this will be a hopefully will be a feast. But that's for next time. Goodbye and take care.